Hey everyone, well, good afternoon, whatever. I want to welcome everyone to Dr. Dees weekly Sunrider call. And this is, for those of you who don't know us, this is Marlene Holliner, and along with my husband Richard and Melina Stopper-Crabtree and Jeannie Lerner, we will be hosting tonight. And we're going to be sharing a few of our favorite Sunrider products to help us through the holidays and the flu season. So we're coming, we're right in the middle of all these things going on right now. So we're going to talk about some of those products that we find are really helpful. Just want to remind everyone, this is an informal, interactive call. So please feel free to share your experiences. We know when anybody jumps on, it's so helpful. We all learn so much. And I just want to also remind everyone to just take a few seconds right now to make sure that you mute your phone. And if you don't have a mute button, just click *6 to mute. And then to unmute, just press *6 again. And that will help eliminate any background noise for the recording. Just wondering, Matt, are you there?
Sorry, I didn't come off mute fast enough. I'm here with you, Marlene.
Good. Thanks, Mac. Appreciate it. We're also grateful. Mac always records these calls, and that's why we ask everyone to please be on mute so that we can hear each other speak. And it really does help for the recording or later for those who could not make it to the call. We know everyone's kind of busy this time. Some people are making dinner or driving. So just take another quick look. Make sure you're on mute. Okay, so before we begin our call in terms of going through these products, I'm just going to ask Richard to share a little bit about Sunrider for those who actually may be new to the call.
Okay, thank you, Marlene. It's a pleasure to be here with everybody, as usual. And I think the most important part of Sunrider is how different it is from every other company out there. And we know the products are amazing, and the people behind it are amazing, and all of you out there are amazing. But from what Sunrider actually says in their brochure, this is what they call the Sunrider difference. It says, we understand that our customers want products that are not only safe for them and the environment, but also products that really work. And I don't care what you take it, who you take it from, if it doesn't work, it's not worth it. And we know from past experience that Sunrider products definitely do what they say they're going to do, and a whole lot more. It goes on and says the Sunrider difference ensures the highest standard of safety and quality and effectiveness that you deserve, from the unique philosophy behind our products to our proprietary manufacturing process. And what goes behind all of this, number one, is the owner's expertise. And the founders are Dr. Fu Chen, a world-renowned herbalist with a degree in pharmacology, his wife, Lin Chen, who is a medical doctor. And now we also have both their sons, Ruben, who is a medical doctor, and Eric, an organic chemist. And of course, we have Sunny and Wendy, who are more in the administrative, Sunny being our new CEO. What makes Sunrider products so different is what we just said, the experience and the expertise of the owners. They are not depending on someone else to tell them that what they have is good or it's going to work. They are the experts. They know what's right and what's going to work. What also makes the difference is the variety of whole foods that are in the Sunrider products. And whether it's a capsule, a powder, a liquid, or a bar, these are still in their whole food form. So molecularly, they maintain all of the whole food properties that you would get if you were to eat these herbs as a food, for instance. If you were to eat, we always use the example of a carrot. If you were to eat one carrot, you would eat a carrot. But what Sunrider does is, in their proprietary formulas, they take 7 to 10 pounds of raw material and they combine it down to 1 pound. So they're taking the nutrients of 10 carrots and they're putting all those nutrients into one, because your body would not handle 10 carrots at a time. Couldn't handle the bulk, it couldn't handle the fiber, but you can certainly handle the nutrients. And that's what makes Sunrider also unique. It's the variety, the concentration, and the fact that they're still whole foods. So your body can identify everything and utilize it the way it's supposed to. The other thing that makes them different is their philosophy. And this is what really, I think, struck Marlene when her cousin, Dr. Dees, told her about Sunrider so many years ago. And that simply states that if you feed the body the right combination of whole foods, that your body has the ability to maintain itself, to recover, to replenish, to regenerate. And that's the key. It's the body doing the work. Sunrider products are simply the fuel to allow the body to do that. And we have found that over the years. It is so true. In my case, I went through an operation for my Achilles. I had surgery, and my recovery was amazing because I was really taking a lot of Sunrider products to help with the rebuilding and getting everything back to where it should be. And the fact that Sunrider makes their own products. They do their own research and development. And now we have this fantastic new facility in Texas for manufacturing. This is not some third party that's going to take our formulas, and Sunrider hopes they get it right. Sunrider is totally in control of every product that leaves that manufacturing facility to our homes. And to me, all of that is what makes Sunrider different. Marlene, back to you.
Oh, thank you. That was great. And I just want to mention again, I think somebody maybe forgot to go on mute. If you could all please just check your phones again. I hear a little bit of background noise. Appreciate that. Just press *6. Thank you. You know, the other parts to the Sunrider, Rich and I are actually from our own experience, but also from what Sunrider directly explains to us in different places on their website, or we're just looking inside their catalog and relaying that information to you. But one of the things I love too is the way Sunrider says the word wisdom, innovate, harmony. Of course, wisdom is the
We're losing you, Marlene.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, maybe you have the phone.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me now?
We hear you now, but there's an echo.
Yeah, I just shut up the other phone. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Technical issues with the phone. So, as I was saying, is that the scientific discovery drives our success and sustainability. That's what Sunrider states. And of course, because Dr. Chen and the second generation, they have a team of research and development that are committed to creating the safe, pure, and effective products, which is what promotes our optimal health and well-being. And the aspect that Sunrider are such innovators. I mean, we started with Sunrider so many years ago, and we had never heard about any of those things that Sunrider talked about. And now you'll hear a lot of other people or companies, but we know that Sunrider was the original innovator of these kinds of plant-based products. And because they use the most advanced pharmaceutical-grade manufacturing machinery, it really especially customized to meet all the standards that Sunrider requires. And that's why Sunrider will not put out anything that they feel is not up to their standards. That means whether it's ingredients they don't approve of, or the manufacturing plant that they are so working so hard to complete at this moment. So we're so grateful that they have those high standards. Also, I love the word harmony, and Sunrider products are highly concentrated and meticulously formulated to fill your body's nutritional gaps with holistic goodness, never GMOs, pesticides, and chemicals. And those are really, really important, I think, for all of us who really care about getting the best quality products in our bodies. So those are just a few things I wanted to add to that. And now we're going to get into the products. And, you know, we all are, you know, into this season of holidays, and that there's so many things that can help us through the holidays, whether it's our eating, whether it's stress. And we also have, we want to get some gifts for people, but we want to make sure that we're really healthy ourselves, body, mind, and spirit. And Sunrider has products that really can help us to do that. And as I mentioned earlier, especially because this is the time of year that a lot of people may be getting the flu or other viruses. And, you know, we always hear Dr. Dees say about banking on nutrition. We don't want to wait until we get really sick and then need to heal, but we want to support our bodies in getting stronger ahead of the season, or at least wherever we are beginning. We want to make sure that we are building our bodies. So the first person I'd like to invite to speak is Melina, and she's going to be talking about, I know, one of our favorite products too. So Melina, are you there?
Hi, Marlene. I'm here. Thanks
Good.
for
Share.
the introduction.
Yes.
I want to share a little bit about Chinese golden seal root. It's one of our staples, our favorite ones that we always try to have on hand for prevention, as well as when we do feel like something's coming down with something. And I kind of run to it whenever I need anything for the respiratory system. It also helps the immune system and supports circulation and urinary tract health. And it's really potent with antioxidants and supports also the digestion and the gallbladder and the liver. And in traditional Chinese medicine, it's regarded for its healing benefits, and it's a powerful herb. And that part of it soothes the mucous membranes and the respiratory tract. So whenever we have anything respiratory, we can feed the body that nutrition from the golden seal root and have a stronger respiratory and circulatory system. And it's also a cooling herb. So when our bodies are inflamed, we have a lot of inflammation, it will remove the heat. So it's a good way to keep that inflammation and in the body down. So it's a balancing of the hot and the cold that's in the body. So it's super concentrated, so we only really need a couple to feel benefits. And we take it usually once or twice a day, especially during this season, to kind of get that stronger respiratory response. And there's so much going on right now this season with the respiratory system. So that's a really good one to just make that system stronger. And this can be taken ongoing, doesn't have to be stopped after a few weeks, like some other golden seal root herbs, because this one is the Chinese golden seal root, and the benefits can be taken daily, so you don't have to stop taking it after a few weeks, like some of the other ones. So that's a definite benefit to the Chinese golden seal root. Anything else that I can add?
Well, thank you so much, Melina. And I like what you were saying. This is something that we can do on a daily basis because it's a food grade herb. And even though we may see it as something, that has been used for thousands of years in a medicinal way, it's food grade. So it goes back to the whole philosophy of regeneration, is that on a daily basis, we want to keep rebuilding and renewing our body and not wait for something to happen. And knowing that this is, as you mentioned, it's safe to have every day. And I like you said, you usually do it once or twice a day, and your whole family does that. That is safe for everyone. I think it is one of those really important products, especially this time of year, as you mentioned. Does anyone have any questions for Melina or comment on the golden seal?
Hey, Marlene, it's Mac.
Remember to go off mute.
Hello.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey there. It's Mac. I just wanted to jump on real quick. Great explanation, Melina. I
Sure.
loved that. I just wanted to quickly say it was funny. I started taking Golden Seal myself like 6 months ago, and it was as we began to run out of things like Conco and Alpha and Livestream. I was chatting with some of our Malaysian and Vietnamese group in particular out of Australia, and they were telling me, well, you may not be able to get these other things, but Mac, you really should start taking the Golden Seal. You guys, I started taking it and I can't stop now. It's one of the things that are a daily thing for me. In fact, I'll try to post a picture maybe on Rising Stars or something in the next day or two. I'm here in Mexico this week and I lined up my Sunrider bottles just to get a photo of them and the things that I can't live without on a daily basis, even when I travel internationally. And right there, you guys will see the Chinese Golden Seal root. So Melina, thank you so much. Marlene, thank you for allowing a quick comment here.
Oh, sure. Thank you, Max, so much for really showing us what you do with it and your experience and how it's never too late to start, but it's always good if you can do it daily and start early, as we mentioned, before the season gets more difficult. But that, I would say, it was something we definitely have been doing for a long time every day. But I love what you said, Mac, and I think this is happening with a lot of people. It's actually a good thing that if you've run out of other products, that you try something maybe you hadn't thought of before, or to use it instead. And so obviously for you, that was the Golden Seal, which we understand, I think in Sunrider in general, because there are so many benefits to each and every product, that some of them can stand alone and actually give you some of the benefits of another product. So I think it really behooves all of us to try a product we might not have tried, that can give us some of those benefits that we're looking for. So thank you so much, Matt, for sharing that.
Pleasure.
And Melina, thank you again. Does anyone else have anything they wanted to share about Golden Seal?
Hey, Marlene.
Yeah.
It's Richard. I've been taking Golden Seal regularly ever since it came out. And mainly because I basically live in a petri dish. I'm at school, I'm surrounded by kids, anywhere from elementary to high school, and most of the time in close quarters, especially with the younger kids, you're working very closely with them at their desks, as opposed to the high school where I might be out front, up at the board instructing or something. And I'm very happy to say, and knock on wood, in all the years that I've been doing this, and like I said, since they came out with it, I would do it sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. I would take 2 or 3 capsules. I'm fortunate enough that I haven't been sick very often, and when I was, it didn't last more than a day or so, because everything that Sunrider is putting out there, I take to build up my immune system so that I don't have to recover from things. It's more, as we're saying now, for like flu season, it's about prevention. And that's what I love about it. And like Melina said, I don't have to stop taking it after 2 or 3 weeks, because ours is a whole food product.
Great. Thanks, Rich. So anyone else have anything they want to say before we move on to the next product? Okay, so I'm going to share another one of my favorite products, one of my first products. It's part of our NBC for those who understand about the Nourish, Balance, and Cleanse. And very often we have regarded the balance part of the NBC in terms of the quinary. And I'm sure a lot of you have been so excited to see that quinary come back. And right now it's available in the capsule form, but it does come in a powder and a liquid when those are available. But to me, that quinary is, it's one of the most unique and powerful products for our whole body, mind, and spirit. I think it's incredible. I have never heard of anything like that. I mean, it has over 50 Chinese herbs like Chinese yam, Chinese white flower, dandelion root, licorice root, and it just helps with the 5 major systems of our body. So it brings the body's immune, circulatory, digestive, endocrine, and respiratory systems into balance. And aren't we always looking for a sense of balance, you know, in every area in our life? And for me, this is it really is the ultimate foundation for optimal health and vitality. And, you know, I remember Dr. Chen speaking about 5 horses, and he would explain it as that if you were riding, I guess in a cart or whatever, and you got 5 horses that are taking you forward, and one of the horses maybe gets injured. And what happens with the other horses? They get either pulled down because of that horse, or they're trying to help it, so they have to work much harder. And this is kind of the same thing with our bodies. And so when one system is feeling a little bit stressed or out of balance, you need to really feed all those systems together and nourish all those systems together. And that's what really is what the balance is behind the quinary and all parts of Sunrider products. And I'm just going to read to you on the FAQs on the quinary sheet. It says optimal health requires ongoing proper nutrition. No easy task for busy people. Quinary is expertly formulated to nourish your body and help prevent physical malfunction by addressing its 5 major systems collectively and individually. Our proprietary formula is made with natural ingredients without the added preservatives, chemicals, and stimulants found in many other complex blends. This is a complex blend, as I mentioned, of 50 different ingredients, 50 different products in there. And you can get all of those system nourishing products by themselves individually, or, and I always say and, to get it collectively within the quinary, because we will eat that quinary every day. And then if we feel we need some extra support or nourishment in a particular system, then we can go to one of those other products within it. I'm just going to mention them. The Alpha 20C you can get individually, not available at this time, but very soon. And that helps with the immune system and contains antioxidants and calcium. And then the Conco, which aids the respiratory system while nourishing and cleansing with yin and yang energy. Assimilate, that supports the digestive system by helping you process food quickly and efficiently. The Life Stream, which helps with the circulatory system by promoting balance and fluidity. And the Prime again enhances the endocrine system by working in harmony with the glands and the organs. And so I like how this product works, you know, on a holistic basis, that it's supporting our whole body all at once. And then if you need some extra, then you can get the other products individually. But we keep all of this in our house all the time. So I was very excited to see this quinary available. I hope you will all buy lots of those bottles of the quinary caps. You know, the ratio, just in case you did not know, but the ratio of the caps to equal a liquefied or a powder packet is 10 capsules. So sometimes you feel like you're not maybe getting the results that you want with the capsules. I would encourage you to increase that. And that really goes for any product in Sunrider. If you're not getting the results that you want, remember to, number one, always be consistent and increase it, the amount you're using. And also, you maybe need to look at how long you're eating the products. Did you just try it for a little bit and then you stop? It really is about being consistent, eating enough, and giving it the time to work in your body. So that's how I see the Quinery. One other little thing that I wanted to mention, because we talk about body, mind, and spirit, and this is from, which, we miss him dearly, J.M. Emerson, and I know that Matt knows this sheet that I'm going to be talking about for just a little bit. And it's about the power of these Quinery foods in terms of our emotional balance. So within that Quinery and all those other products that I mentioned that are in there, the Alpha 20, the Prime again, the Assimilate, Life Stream, and each one actually relates to a particular emotion. So it helps to feed it. So with the Alpha 20, according to Chinese writings, it's imbalances in the wood element, and that seems to coincide with imbalances in anger. So if you're feeling a lot of anger, I would suggest you do more Alpha 20. And if you don't have the Alpha 20, just do more of the Quinery in general. The next one is the fire element, which is related to the Prime again, and that addresses the emotion of joy. So if you are feeling maybe sad and you're feeling you need a little bit extra lift, Prime again could be one of those products that really could help, especially if you're under stress, or you're saying like you're going to a house on fire. That Prime again, because it is the fire element, really will support that emotion of joy. So, sometimes you're stressed and you just kind of have that fight or flight feeling, and it's overtaxing of your adrenal glands. Prime again, or the Quinery, doing more Quinery will help support that. And then we also have the Assimilate and feelings of being nourished by our surroundings. This is the earth element, and that includes relationships. So if you're feeling rigid or out of harmony with your life and your loved ones, eat more Assimilate. And then it says, if you need to feel more gratitude for the blessings in your life, eat more Assimilate. I think that's a beautiful thing. You wouldn't necessarily think that eating and nourishing these systems could actually affect your emotions. And I just find this quite amazing, a new way maybe for some of you looking at how the foods can help you. Then there is the Conco, which is about the respiratory system. It corresponds to the metal element. And the Conco helps the body do its grief work, when normally such a time would make one susceptible to colds and illness. So I know the holidays can be a really challenging time for a lot of people who are missing loved ones in their life and maybe feeling that grief really, really deeply. And Conco, because it does support the systems where that grief can make you more susceptible, as we mentioned, to colds and illness, which this time of year, as we mentioned, oh boy, it's a tough time for that. And it says, which I just felt myself doing, which is so interesting. It says, if you have trouble with breathing in and out of life's Conco, can help with that. So we feel like, we just need to take a really deep breath and feel a little bit more balanced in that way. Conco would be great. Or again, and I know Conco is available, but if you don't have that, then please do extra Quinery. And then the last one is the Life Stream, and it helps to nourish the circulatory system. And this corresponds to the water element. And this emotion is related to the element of fear. And as it states here, Life Stream helps the body accept that there is a challenge and that the challenge is more easily dealt with without paralyzing fear. So if you're feeling a lot of fear right now and you're being very emotional, what I like what Jerry Emerson says there is like, if you need a cup of courage, eat more life stream. So that's just giving you a little bit of an idea of how that quinary extends beyond the body nutrition, but also helps us with our emotions. And just keep that in mind when you're thinking about maybe how you're feeling, of course, all year long, but especially during this holiday season. So I know that was a lot of information. Does anyone have any questions or want to add anything to that?
Marlene, I just want to say that I use both of them, the quinary and the life stream, and I've had tremendous success. My body feels a lot better when I'm eating them.
Oh, that's great. And in what way, Jeannie, do you feel better?
Well, my system, my internal system seems to be running more smoothly, smoothly, and the live stream in particular has helped me with, both of them help with circulation. And the live stream has helped me with my vision in the way that it is balancing the pressure in my eyes. And that makes a lot of difference, because
oh, yes.
the pressure in your eyes do go up. It doesn't matter why or how. It just happens. It's a natural thing. And of course, you have to watch the pressure in your eyes, but the live stream has made a particular difference for me in my eyes because I do have other issues with them, but it keeps my pressure in my eyes balanced.
Oh, that's great. And I know that is a product that a lot of people do use to support the health of their blood pressure in general, because it does help with the circulatory system. So thank you so much, Jeannie. That's wonderful. Does anyone else have any questions or anything they want to add about quinary?
I would like to add something.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, my name is Jackie with Hospital from El Paso, Texas. And you all are doing a wonderful job on these calls. And I try to follow you when I can on Facebook. And I can't wait for the next convention. I'm so sorry I missed the last one. But I wanted to say that I'm a Sunrider now for about 3 years. My sister Anita Shaw introduced me to it. I was on my last leg, retirement. I taught for 24 years. I was just pretty much, I'm sure, dying. But I tried these Sunrider products, and miraculously, all that I've tried, everything has regenerated me. And I don't know where to begin with testimony, but everything from the Fortune Delight, the Cali, I've tried Evergreen, I've tried so many different products. Even the bar soap helps me. Everything has regenerated me. I just wanted to say that. We're talking about specific products, but everything Sunrider is very, very, very good from God, I believe. So thank you very much for the call.
Wow.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that, Jackie. And yes, we all who have been using the products for a long time agree with you wholeheartedly. All the products work, and they all really help us all feel our best. So thank you, Jackie,
and
for sharing.
One thing I want to say real quickly before I go.
Sure.
One thing that we don't really talk about much, but it also has affected my hormones. I feel like I'm 17. No details given. Sunrider really does. It's really, I just truly a gift from God. And thank you so much for doing such a wonderful job on the call.
Oh, thank you, Jackie. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. Because what you mentioned, the hormones, because one of the systems too, if you do quinary, one of the systems in this, the Prime again, which helps with the endocrine system. helps to support and balance that. So, thank you so much for that testimony. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Dan. Thank you. God bless you.
You too, hon. Anyone else have anything else about Quinery? I mean, to me, it's like such a unique, special product. I know that people have amazing testimonies. If anyone wants to share anything else, or we can move on to another product. Okay. So I think we're going to move on to a couple of products, and it's funny, Jackie, you happened to mention it. Richard, I'm going to ask you to come on and share the two products that you wanted to talk about tonight.
Okay, and one is the beauty bar. And it's interesting because I used to do a lot of traveling. I used to do seminars around the country. And one of the things I hate most about traveling is going into a hotel or a motel or something and using their bathroom products, their soap and their shampoo. I hate that. So thankfully, I have all my travel sizes of all the Sunrider products, and I like the bar. I love the way it smells. I love the way it feels. I love the way it cleanses. When I get out of the shower, I don't feel like there's a film of soap on my skin. And why is that? Well, it's because of the unique ingredients that Sunrider puts into the Candescent Beauty Bar. And again, from their fact sheet, I'm just going to read you what makes it a little different. It says, indulge yourself in the luxury of a Candescent Beauty Bar. It's a soapless bar that comes in a portable, recyclable container. The slightly acidic formula parallels the natural pH balance of the skin, so your skin feels cleansed but not dry. People do not realize how important pH balance is to your skin, and it doesn't matter whether it's your soap, your shampoo, or your laundry detergent, okay, because it all affects your skin. And with that being the biggest organ of the body, you want to protect it, you want to keep it healthy, and you want to keep it balanced. So Sunrider goes on to say, do the pH test and see for yourself how even expensive brands of retail beauty bars are alkaline and will therefore dry out your skin. Expertly crafted, exclusive skin nurturing ingredients, the beauty bar leaves skin clean, soft, and moisturized. And like I said, when I get out of the shower, I don't feel that like there's that film on my skin. And what it does is it cleanses with natural ingredients like cornstarch and castor seed oil, and it helps to clean and unclog pores, and it allows your skin to breathe much better, okay? Because the skin, like I said, the largest organ, you want it to be able to breathe in nutrients and everything from the air, but there's also things in there that are pollutants. So that's why we take all the products, okay? But you should also have to perspire, and if your pores are clogged, you can't perspire, releasing some of the toxins from inside. So I love the beauty bar, and one time I was traveling with a colleague, and when I started to unpack my stuff, he says to me, he goes, well, what's that smell? I go, what are you talking about? I don't smell anything. He goes, no, it smells like flowers. I said, oh, that's my soap. That's my beauty bar. That's what I use in the shower. And he goes, whoa. He goes, that stuff smells. If it works as good as it smells, you need to get me some. And I do. I know our friend Maggie, she'll take the box when she takes the soap out, and she'll leave it in a drawer, like that. What do they call that? Like a potpourri, in a drawer for a while, and it just smells so nice and fresh. And again, Sunrider lists the benefits. It cleanses without drying the skin. It hydrates to leave it soft and smooth. pH balance. It moisturizes, nourishes, and balances the skin. Again, with all natural ingredients, plant-based ingredients. and it's just an amazing product. I really love it. Anybody else use it? Any other comments or testimonies, questions about the beauty bar?
Yes, Richard, it's Jeannie, and, hello. And, I've used the beauty bar, and I tell you, I do feel a difference.
Absolutely. There's what I
Good.
say. Yep.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Anyone else? I think what I'll mention, if no one else, what I love about it too, two other things. One is almost like an aromatherapy, you know, because of that scent. I feel it's so calming. It's such a fresh scent, but it also, I also asked, I took one of those boxes and put it in my desk drawer in my office too, and I said, oh, when I take that out, it's very calming. And the other thing too I love about it is, boy, these beauty bars make great gifts. And, you know, those are available too. And, you know, it's a great, either a stocking stuffer or, you know, a gift for anybody really. So I highly recommend that beauty bar too.
Yeah, one of the other things that they talked about with it is that the cornstarch, also is moisture absorbing, so it also acts as a deodorizer. So I love it. I use it all the time. I mean, there are days when I'm really active and I might take 2 or 3 showers, you know, by the time I go to bed. And if I was using regular soap, I think my skin would just be so dried out. It would be horrible. But with this, I just always feel, clean and soft when I come out of the shower. All right, if there's nothing else, I'm going to continue on with the Candescent hand cleansing gel. Another favorite of mine, again, because I'm out in the world and I'm constantly touching objects or hands or what have you, pumping gas or whatever it might be, and I want to keep my hands clean. Now, it was interesting that at the beginning of COVID, how Dr. Chen came out with the 70% alcohol, which is what the CDC said was recommended. And someone said to me, yeah, but that much alcohol doesn't dry out your skin. Well, that's less alcohol than the other, you know, commercial or however you want to call it, hand cleansers on the market. And the reason that Sunrider's hand cleansing gel does not dry out your skin is because of the other ingredients, the Camellia sinensis, the tea tree oil, the Laureus nobilis leaf, and the rosemary leaf. They all have moisturizing properties. So they're nourishing, they're moisturizing while you're cleaning your hands. It also helps with the softness and elasticity and firmness of the skin, so your hands stay young and soft. It's just an amazing product. And in a pinch, what I do is after I pump gas, I wash my hands, and when they're still a little wet, I'll rub down my steering wheel and my gear shift. Just a little extra to make sure that everything I'm touching is clean in the car. If, you know, I haven't just actually cleaned it with, you know, like the fruit vegetable rinse or some other Sunrider product when I normally wash the car. And I love it. It's funny because if Marlene is with me, when I open the door, when you're pumping gas, before I even sit down, she's got that hand gel ready to put in my hands before I touch anything else in the car. You know, we take it when we go shopping. I just use it all the time. And it smells nice. It feels nice. It's an amazing product. And as Marlene mentioned before with the soap, a great stocking stuffer or just a little gift on its own. You know, I couldn't say enough about any of these products. Like Jackie said, they're all amazing. They all work. And I couldn't imagine going through the rest of my life without any of them.
And don't you think too, like since we're talking about not just the holiday season, but also about flu season, and a lot of people getting sick, that this is almost like one of our first lines of defense by making sure when we're out and about, as you said, we're keeping our hands clean.
Right.
And I think that that's so important right now. You know how little kids touch everything, and, you know, being able to use this as safe for children. And I just think that's one of those products. I know you can get the hand cleansing gels anywhere, but it is so not the same as Sunrider's hand cleansing gel.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, like, especially like after if I blow my nose, as soon as I'm done, I wash my hands with the hand with the cleansing gel, and I'll also wipe down my nose with the hand cleansing gel. So I'm trying to use it, you know, anything that might be a contamination, so to speak. I want to make sure that I clean it the best I can.
Right, in a preventative way that you're using this, exactly.
Yeah, Marlene, what I'd like to add to this, on the hand cleansing gel, it's also a product that I use and I love it too. But one of the other benefits that neither one of you had mentioned is that aside from cleaning your hands are not dry like all the other products that are out there on the market. There's nothing that compares to this hand cleansing gel.
Right, right. Well, like we were saying about moisturizing, there's ingredients that help to actually moisturize the skin so it doesn't get dry. You're so right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have anything else they wanted to share about the beauty bar or the hand cleansing gel? Make sure to go off mute. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to our last product right now, which Jeannie is going to share. And this is coming from another point of view of during the holidays that can really help us with our intake of food. So Jeannie, go ahead.
You got that one, Marlene. This is the season to eat. The season to enjoy all of the foods that we really want. And the food that's helping me the most, and I'm taking it now, is Suntrim Plus. And what that does is that it controls your appetite before you eat. It's fast acting. It's a blend of cocoa, green coffee bean, Garcinia fruit, and Polygonum cuspidatum, and all of these components together in the Suntrim Plus do help you control your weight. And what it does is that it makes you feel full without, it doesn't stop the appetite. It doesn't stop you from really being hungry, like you're famished and you just want to get something down your throat so that your stomach says, oh yeah, I'm just eating something. So what I do with the Suntrim Plus, I take it 30 to 45 minutes before I eat. And it really stops you from feeling that feeling that you can't help but get food down fast enough. And it takes the edge off. And it is so natural that you don't have any shakes. It curbs and controls the cravings, okay? So you do feel full longer without any stimulants or laxatives. None of that is included in the Suntrim Plus. The cocoa, it's a source of chocolate cocoa, which is a natural appetite controller. So that does help reduce the food cravings. And it does have polyphenols and catechins, and antioxidants as well. So that really makes it a superfood. So the green coffee beans, the shells are unroasted coffee beans. So it's not like the coffee beans that you would make if you're going to have coffee or anything. It's not like that at all. And It also has the polyphenols, the antioxidants. It promotes weight loss by reducing the absorption of fat and glucose in the gut. Now, who doesn't want to get rid of, a big fat gut, right? And the Garcinia fruit is a natural source of hydroxycitric acid, so that's called HCA, which is also known to suppress the appetite, yet at the same time it'll boost your metabolism. The Garcinia, which has been used safely for centuries, makes the meals more filling. So you will feel full. And let me tell you, this product I cannot be without, especially now. I'm a foodie. I love food. And if I didn't take the Suntrim Plus, I would be 300 pounds, people. And that's a lot for a person who's under 5 feet. I'm 4'10". So that would be a lot of weight on somebody who's 4'10". And, but it has helped me in the past to lose the weight. And now, because we're at the holiday season, and today is what? Tuesday. In 2 days, our clubhouse is having a Christmas party. I'm in a lot of trouble, folks. I better be taking that Suntrim Plus before I go there to eat, because my eyes are going to get big, and I love sleep. And I'm going to walk this off. I'm going to undo everything that I'm working towards, because I'm looking to bring my weight down now. Yes, with the Christmas party coming on, but there's New Year's Eve as well, and other Christmas parties. So I'm doing this now. I'm working on it. I've already had my dinner, and my stomach is feeling satiated. I'm a happy camper right now. And I'm so grateful to Dr. Chen and Dr. Oilen Chen for her wonderful skincare and products, beauty products, and for all of the products that they both have produced for all of us. The only thing is, we all just need a little bit more patience to get everything we want. But the good news with people is that the Suntrim Plus is available now. So if you want to keep your mood in control because of this holiday season, well, then I encourage you all, go ahead and get as many Suntrim Plus products as you can. And as a matter of fact, I got on a back order the Suntrim Plus tonight, and so now I have 2 bottles left because I just finished 1 bottle.
That's great. And like you said, Jeannie, it's available right now. And so all the products we're talking about tonight are available. So, Jeannie, thank you so much. That was fantastic. Does anyone have any questions for Jeannie or testimony with the Suntrim Plus?
Marlene, there's just one thing I want to add with the Suntrim Plus. It tells you to take it 30 to 45 minutes before your meal, and that's at each meal time. So I'm doing it 3 times a day.
Good for you. That's amazing. And like we said earlier, with Sunrider, if you need more, you do more. And that's, how you're going to be able to see results, they're different for each person. So just do enough to see a difference. And I know you've seen big changes for yourself in the past. And I know you and lots of people are excited that Suntrim Plus is available now during the holidays for sure. So thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, hon.
I know I just need to add a few more things here, Marlene, if I may. They do say that even if you don't exercise, you will lose the weight, but they encourage you to exercise. And that will help to bring your weight down even faster.
Right,
So,
right, of course.
I'm encouraging you all, get your Suntrim Plus.
Thank you, Jeannie. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up as I see the time is going, and I just want to do just a quick review of the products. I just want to mention the ones we spoke about tonight. We had, Melina was talking about the golden seal root, and we spoke about the quinery caps that are available, the beauty bar, the hand cleansing gel, and the sun trim plus. And those are all available and really are going to help us all through the holidays and also through the flu season. And keep looking out for the products as they become available. And Dr. Dees is going to be posting on her site also each time they have the most current available product list. So you can check there if you're not receiving that in an email. Sunrider usually sends that out on Fridays, whatever the products available are at this time. And of course, they fill the back orders first, but then they will show us what's available now. So let me just tell you the next couple of calls for tonight. So right after this at 7 is the Rising Stars team call. That's a fantastic call, great support system for everybody. And then after that at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern is the Sunrider monthly kickoff call. And that's always a great call, and they share what's going to be happening for the month and whatever is new. So I encourage everyone to go onto those calls as well. And I just want to thank everyone for jumping on, Jackie, Mac, Richard, Melina, and Jeannie. If I missed anyone, sorry. But thank you for giving your testimonies and for sharing, because it really is important to everybody, and we all benefit from each other's experiences. So thank you again so much, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time. Have a great